we joined AFS, I was actually already a finance broker, but just for another brokerage. But I've been in the industry about 8 years. My partner Sarah a bit longer than that, over 10 years. But it's something, we didn't go into the industry in the roles that we ended up in business development. I started out in telesales part-time to work around the children, and she started off, I believe, in admin. So I think compliance is always a massive worry, because obviously in this industry everything's highly regulated and you've got to be so careful. So I think joining a network like AFS just takes away that worry, because you know that you've got something bigger behind you and you've got somebody there having your back and looking out for you and making sure that you're doing the right things at the right time. The support, and not just the support from AFS but the support from other brokers, I think we found incredible from the sort of second that we joined, really, both in person and on the global network. It's just been quite overwhelming to see how much other people will go out of their way to help you when they've got sort of investment in your business. They're competitors, if you like, but it's as if it's all one big family and everybody's out there to help each other. So the fact that other people give up their free time to sort of help other brokers is just amazing. Prior to joining AFS, we thought of other brokers as, like I say, competitors, as the competition, maybe even as the enemy, kind of, but in fact it's the opposite. There's so much support available out there, and being in a network, really sort of brings that support together, and you never feel like you're on your own. I mean, if we've got a deal that we're struggling with, or not even a deal, but when we've, looked at getting an accountant or looking to grow and employ people and we've been unsure about how to do that, we've put our questions to other brokers, and we've had phone calls from more established brokers who've took time out of their day to give us a call, talk us through things, how they work and what's worked for them. That's just been amazing. I think if it's already in your head, you know your strengths and you obviously already believe that you could make it work, so just trust that instinct, because it is a scary leap, especially to go out on your own if you've been in the corporate world or if you've been employed for many years and had that safety net. I think it's just about finding your core values and realising what's important to you, and if more flexibility or more freedom is what you're looking for and you know that you can make that work, then it's just about making that jump and finding that strength and bravery to do so. When we initially joined the network and began to sort of explore having our own business, and I certainly thought, this time in a year's time we're going to have an office, we're going to have loads of staff, and I think you think that that's a natural progression. That's what you need to do when you're starting a business. You need to scale up quite quickly, whereas we've enjoyed our quality of life so much in starting a business. Business is obviously really important to us, but having that flexibility is massively important. So at the moment for us, the lifestyle that this brings is great. We have just taken on a little office space and we are looking to take on somebody next year, but maybe it's not the quick growth that we initially anticipated, because we've sat back and actually enjoyed the freedom that we've had after being obviously employed for so long. So yeah, it's definitely changed. So it's just having that freedom and flexibility just in day-to-day life. Obviously, you can be employed, but you're always going to feel like a burden. Well, not always, obviously, I'm sure there's people out there that don't, but if you've got sick children at home, there's always that pull where you feel like you should be in the office, or you're letting somebody down. You're either letting your children down or you're letting your boss down. Holidays, school plays, things like that. Your children are only young once, your family is only young once, and you're replaceable in a job, but you're not replaceable at home. I feel like that that is really important, and just having that time and having the flexibility to make our own decisions. So if we want to take on an office next year, then great, we can. If we want to take on staff next year, then great, but if we don't want to, we don't have to. So it's just generally all round much happier.